Today we are doing Bubbakoo's Burritos. If you're unfamiliar with Bubbakoo's Burritos, it's a chain burrito just like your Chipotle, Qdoba, and Moe's. Over the last few years, it has rapidly expanded. I actually filmed there at a Wall Township location in 2018. There was no Bubbakoo's up here. Fast forward a couple of years later when we started the YouTube channel, there was one moved to Saddlebrook, New Jersey, a new franchise, and I had a 12-pound burrito challenge, which is up on this channel till this day. I've been a fan of them for a long time. Recently, I've had hit or miss orders from them, so I wanted to go back. We're doing all franchises. That's what we have today. Again, I love to be 100% fully honest. Because I did a 12-pound burrito challenge there, the people that work there, the manager or owner, I'm not sure which, I apologize if I got that wrong, and would recognize me as soon as I went in there. So I did place the order on an app. I will put it up on the screen, but this is my app order. He didn't know when I walked in there, and I used a different name as always, so the food was already ready when I got there. So there was no preferential treatment or anything of that nature. You could tell he kind of knew what was going on because of that, but I genuinely don't care. I'm here, my allegiance is to you guys, and I'm gonna tell the unadulterated truth. Drop a thumbs up, you guys already know the vibes. Let's get into this video. Now my order, as you saw, came out to $54, and I got a bunch of stuff off the menu. There's some new stuff, and they even have like a digital savings menu. I believe they call it inflation busters, which is a cool idea. That is not what this is though. They did birria, so I had to try it. This is their new-ish crispy cheese birria, and of course it's the soft shell with the queso birria kind of crust on it. Birria, their cheese, and then the onion lime, and that's it, right? There should be onions in here. Yeah, they're on the bottom, so it looks like they're using red onions, and this isn't completely full. These cost $13.99. And they got some consomme and some lime, so I'm gonna squeeze the lime on. This consomme is thicker than my prom date, though. Holy hell. That looked thick. I don't know how that is supposed to not be that thick. Pause. But let's squeeze the limon on there and see what we got. $13.99 for 3. Pretty decent size, is about what it would cost at a mom and pop. So price-wise, but I do like this melted cheese that they have on there. Let me try this first bite with nothing on it. This isn't bad. Again, hampering expectations because it is a chain. Let's go into some of these pros just without the consomme. The cheese is melted and it's nice and crispy. It's got that almost toasted Cheez-It kind of thing that I really enjoy. The birria, without dipping in anything, is juicy. So there's a ton of flavor in this. The onions and cilantro are on the bottom, which is a little weird, but I do get it in there. It looks like they did use red onion, which gives it a little bit more of bite to it than like what I'm used to. Again, not normal, but not bad. It's a little salty though, but it's a franchise, so I'm not gonna be too mad at that. Oh, he said it again. Dang, don't matter, I gotta say it. So let's go into this thicker than a prom date consomme. This is like, that's kind of thick. Let's see though. Yeah, throw that shit out. What the hell? I'm getting tomato in that, like heavy. I know in the consomme. Ooh. I'm gonna be nice though. Let me just. I can't drink that. I gotta go back in. I have to try this on its own though. We're gonna have to drink it. Again, the consistency, it's like soupy. Like tomato soupy, like stewy. And again, I'm getting too heavy of tomato and not anything else in there. It's not consomme. Like the consomme is not. This is pretty good. That is not at all. But if they worked on that consomme, this really wouldn't be bad at all. If I was judging these tacos by themselves, I would rather just put them in queso or something like that, and I'd probably eat them. Alone, I would give these a 7 out of 10. That consomme, I would give a 3 out of 10. It's just, I don't know what the hell that is, but go back to the drawing board on that. Nope. But these aren't really bad. Next up, we have a Burrito Bowl. Now, their Burrito Bowl's in a different container than most places. It's like longer, but there's a pretty good amount of food in here. Now, most of this is probably all rice, but either way, I got the build your own, so I did carnitas. I have to stop myself for 1 second. I don't know what happened, but steak doesn't exist on their menu anymore. They used to have hibachi steak. It's gone. I didn't ask him because I forgot even until right very now, and it's just a little disappointing. I don't know if they did that to save money, but all right, steak at a burrito place is kind of like a staple. That's really weird, but they do have still a lot of different proteins. Other than that, we got white rice, black beans, pico. I got pineapple salsa, corn salsa, fresh jalapenos, sour cream, and cheese. And I did get a tortilla on the side, but I looked through all my bags just right now. There's no tortilla on the side. I paid an extra $1 for that. So the burrito bowl was $12.39 for me. It would be $11.39 without the tortilla on the side. So they basically took $1 from me. All right, cool. Well, you know, I'm not going. I wanted to actually take the bowl and do what a lot of people do at burrito places, which was like put it in a tortilla just to see what it was rocking with as far as how much is in here, but I can't do that. So it is what it is. Anyway, let's get into this. Let's try some of these carnitas. They give you, looks like there's a pretty decent amount in here. I'm not mad at that. Let's try it by itself. A little dry, which is surprising. Carnitas usually isn't dry, but flavor's on point. And this is, yeah, it's basically rice in here. Even though it is a large size bowl, there's a pretty decent amount of meat in here. So most of it is rice. I like rice. $11.39. Trying to get some damn rice and everything else in here. It also doesn't look like they gave me a lot of the other stuff, like the pineapple salsa. There's a piece of pineapple right there. So here we go. I did the pineapple salsa because it's new and I never tried it before. There is also fresh jalapenos in here. They don't use pickled, they use fresh. I need to see this rice real quick. Of all the burrito places, just being real, hold on. That's probably the blandest rice out of any of them. There's nothing else in it. It's just white rice. Some people may care, some people may not, but I just wanted to inform you. Let's do the pineapple with the black beans. I don't mind this. It's not like a hitter though. It's a little dry overall, and like I said, the rice doesn't have much flavor. And the only thing that really is bringing a lot of flavor is carnitas. It's kind of bland. Burritos back then didn't really taste like this. This one recently has been pretty bland, man. For $11.39, which is around what most places charge for chicken and carnitas, I'm like searching for flavor. I like the pineapple, but again, it's like they toned it down. And the only thing that I kind of like in here are the carnitas. Everything else, again, I just have to be honest about this because this is a place that I filmed at. I know the guy. I filmed with the guy who started the franchise in Wall. This ain't what it used to be. And I gotta tell the truth. Would I eat this? Yes. Is it the best burrito chain like I used to call it? No. It might be the worst burrito bowl out of any of them I had recently. Very mid. I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10. I just gotta call it like I see it. As I said in the beginning of the video, they have this inflation buster menu, and this is off of it. This costs $6.49, which is from any burrito place insanely cheap. This is an order of their mini works nachos. Now, their regular nachos come in a container that's about this size, so it's a half container, but this is a lot of food. So for $6.49, you don't get to have all of their toppings, just kind of the basic ones, but I wanted to try it out. So this is queso, grilled chicken, pico, house salsa, fresh jalapeno sour cream, and cheese. If these are even like kind of average, I'm not gonna be mad at these at all either. Now, because it's digital only, you can't get it in person, but you could stand in the store and use the app, which I've done in the past. So we got some chicken here. This is better than their burrito bowl. The queso helped it. They charge extra for queso in their burrito bowl, but not in here. I would get this before the damn burrito bowl. I'll be honest with you. Now, the chicken is also pretty flavorful and not dry. Adding the salsa, yeah, it's pretty basic. You can't get all like their other sauces, but I usually don't anyway. Well, I am literally around the street, I guess, like around the corner from Bubbakoo's, and these nachos are already soggy, but I did place the order on the app. You can't do it with their burrito bowl, but this is good. Easily the best thing that I've gotten today so far. And I think that largely comes from the fact that the queso added a lot of flavor to everything. This might be the best deal that I've seen, like non-coupon related, from any burrito chain so far. Adding that into this factor, this is something that I would stop and get all the time. I'll give this an 8.5 out of 10. The basic ingredients are very good. And again, not charging extra for queso. Nice. So this is the second thing off of that same menu. This burrito cost $6. Am I right? Yeah, $6, $7, $6.99. And it is a queso burrito. So again, it has queso in it. And again, you can't use any of the elite or the like specialty ingredients. It's a very basic set of stuff that you can get. So let me tell you what's in here. Again, $7 for this is a W. So if you live near a Bubbakoo's, like if this is even mid, that is lit. So again, we got ground beef, white rice, pico, and queso. That's all that's in here. So it's relatively plain compared to what you normally get, but not missing much. Their discount menu is better than their regular damn stuff. I'm looking away. Again, no idea this was me, so this is how it comes. On an in-app order. And there is a ton of ground beef in here. Their ground beef is very taco seasoning-y. Seasoning-y, that's a new word. But you get the idea. It tastes like that packet of taco seasoning, which I think is pretty good. Even if I added on the side, like chips and queso, or should I say even chips and salsa, which a large salsa, chips and salsa, is $3.99. You're paying $10 for all this. And then adding some salsa to it, which I did get a chips and salsa. So you could add the other damn salsa, come here, to this. What's in here? Music? They got two. So this is I don't know what the hell. Oh, this is, do you know what this is? This is for, I got chicken tenders. There's a large salsa in there, but you get the damn idea. I don't feel like reaching in the bag. Easily the best deal in any burrito chain. For $7, again, even if you add salsa on the side or something, it will still come up to less than any burrito that I've ordered from anywhere, and you get a ton of stuff. Now, I don't know where the hell the queso is. I'm not really getting any, but I almost don't care. This is good, man. This is the first thing. Oh, I got the queso there. There it was. It's in the rice in there. Now, they didn't mix this up well. If you charge me $7 for a burrito, I really don't care. Like, I'm honest. Like, this could have sucked and I'd have still eaten it. That's good. That's good. I'm okay with that. Again, pretty basic, but the ingredients they do well. Their rice isn't really seasoned, which I said already. The fact that they use queso in here takes this up 1,000 notches. I'm a big queso guy. I would get this and that nacho thing, and that would be my meal for like $15, $14 for nachos and a burrito. Sign me up for that any day. And I really enjoy this. The ground beef might be my favorite thing from that. I used to be a steak guy. I think I just found my new stuff. I'll give this, it's not elite, bro, but I'm going to give it an 8.7 out of 10. It's almost elite. If I add it into the price, bro, this is like a 42 out of 10 if I'm being real. What a great deal. Thank you. This is great. Do this. If you want to like pair it, make this. Now, unlike most burrito chains, Bubbakoo's does have like a menu that has, they used to have bone-in wings, but they got rid of them. I think they're doing the same thing with the steak. They're trying to cut down and not raise their prices or whatever the hell it is. So these are their saucy tenders. I got their boom boom. They have a ton of different sauces. These come out to $7.99. You get 5 tenders, and I think they charge extra for blue cheese and not for ranch. Since when was blue cheese more in premium? I don't know, but that's what we got today. So we got the boom boom. I'm gonna get this one in the middle. I used to like their wings, but they got rid of them. But boom boom sauce comes from a jar or a bottle. I know that. A lot of places serve it. Let's go in this ranch. Five tenders for $8. So that's a little over, that's about $1.50 per tender. This boom boom sauce is coated, it's all over it. Again, I'm not eating it there. Most people don't eat burrito stuff there. There ain't not like a lot of breading on these at all. but I like the sauce and I like the ranch. I don't mind these. There's nothing elite about them. I think that they're like wing bar kind of stuff. It's very like basic, but it's a cool little order to add on to the rest of their stuff. I really like their bone-in wings. These are good. They're not great, but they're also not bad. The ranch is also, it's not like house-made ranch as most places call it. Like this is definitely like either Ken's or like Restaurant Depot-esque, but I don't mind this. This is definitely in that I'm not mad at it level. And I'll give it a 6.5 out of 10. Would I order these again? If I was in the mood for them, yes. I really enjoyed their wings though, but I guess they had to do it to cut costs or something. I would rather them do things to try to keep the cost the same instead of jacking up the price, because usually when you hike one thing up, you have to hike the rest of the stuff up. But I don't mind these 5 tenders. They're pretty decent sized tenders. It's like a cool little appetizer if you're sharing it with your friends or something like that. Definitely wouldn't go out of my way to get it, but you're at a burrito place. I just wanted to see. You also want to point this out. I always have to be like I'm very critical about certain things. They definitely are doing things to cut costs. Now, they probably thought they wasted money. You used to get a bag that's like 3 times the size of this that had the Bubbakoo's logo on it. That was much bigger than this, and that for their chips and salsa. They definitely cut back on the amount that they give you. There's really not a lot in here at all. It's $3.99 for chips and salsa large, and the smaller one is $2.99. Their chips, I just wanted to see if they changed it. They did. They didn't raise the price, they lowered it. So they shrinkflation this. But I'm not gonna rate it. I just wanted to point that out. They definitely did. Some people may not mind because they never finish the chips anyway, but there's people like me, I'll get like 3 bags of this. I used to do 1 bag and still eat the whole bag because I'm big bag. But I just wanted to share that one. And finally, this is something from Bubbakoo's that I always loved. Most places don't have desserts like this. They also have mini churros, but I'm not deviating from these. These are boardwalk, I forgot what they call them. They're fried Oreos, man. They had to change the name because they probably couldn't use Oreo. I think they call them boardwalk cookies or something like that. That's because in New Jersey, Bubbakoo's was started in New Jersey down the shore. You get stuff like this on the boardwalk all the time. They have places where they deep fry everything, but a lot of places in New Jersey take credit for the invention of deep fried Oreos. They have 3 different toppings. They have raspberry, they have maple syrup, and they have what I got, which is caramel, or caramel if you say caramel and I say caramel, which I don't care. So deep fried Oreo, there's no way. They would have to completely botch this for these to suck. They didn't, and they're still good. If you've never had a deep fried Oreo, it is one of the most gluttonous, delicious things you'll ever have. The Oreo on the inside, when it gets really hot from the deep frying, it almost liquefies and creates this like Oreo paste that goes with that breading on the outside because they dip it in the batter and they fry it. I call it breading, it's more of a batter. And the caramel, I don't even really think is necessary. Powdered sugar is fine, but if you want to just make it extra chunky, like me, you can get that. These, they're not going to go wrong. They're pretty damn good. At a cost of $7 for 5, you're looking at a little over $1 for the total cost of this. Down the shore, they charge more than that, but, you know, it is what it is. I'm still not mad at these. I don't think there's another burrito chain that even would do something like this. And I still think they're really damn good. Can't go wrong with a fried Oreo, and you have to really botch it. I have had better than this, but even a bad one's good. This still gets an 8.5 out of 10. Again, there are way better versions of this, but none of these are ever going to score below an 8. I'm just being real. I'm always going to be honest when it comes to these things. When it comes to Bubbakoo's, they have had a lot of things recently where it's noticeable that they're trying to cut corners. They're a victim of their own ambition, respectfully. Similar to the Chipotles of the world. They started out as only like 2 or 3 of them, and I swear to you, when I went down there, I was like, wow, this is elite. And if they ever expand, it's gonna be amazing. The only problem is when they expanded, I'm sure they ran into problems with the inflation and all that other stuff, and they've started to kind of cut back on things that made them great. But adding certain things to the menu have made it 100%, in my opinion, still worth going. If you have access to a Bubbakoo's and you can check their online app, check that digital part. I'm going to show you again. I forgot what else is on there, but that is about as good as it gets for deals these days. You can sign for the size of what you get. I expected like a mini burrito. It's not. It just doesn't have all of the crazy ingredients in there. Let's see where it is. Here we go. So this is the Inflation Buster menu. 1 taco for $3.79, 2 tacos for $6.49. They have the burrito, and then they have a bean and cheese burrito a cheese quesadilla, so like basic stuff again, or the mini works, which is the one that I got. And then finally an order of 4 chicken tenders with chips and salsa, which is $6.49. The only reason I didn't do that is because I wanted to try the tenders, and it's 5 for $7.99. So I just said, okay, just do the tenders. I already got chips and salsa, but that's a really good deal for what you get, even if you order a little extra stuff on the side. And the day where people are looking for deals as much as everything else, if a place like Chipotle ever did that, they would probably break the internet. I'm just being real. But Bubbakoo's did it first. Is Bubbakoo's great? It's good. It used to be great. But that could be location based. That could be my specific location. That's the only one that's like right near me. So I'm not really sure. Would I ever eat there again? Yeah, if they keep that menu there 100%. They got to do something with the rice and all the other stuff. But if you get it, make sure you get the queso or find your right topping. Because the rice got a little bland. It used to have like stuff in it, like cilantro, onions. It ain't in there anymore. What happened? Anyway, Bubbakoo's not bad at all for the deals. But I wanted to do it. We're doing every franchise. Let me know what other franchises you want to see. I hope I can get to them. Again, traveling will eventually happen when I can get to some of those places you guys have been asking for. But we are now mobile, and we're working on other stuff. Traveling costs money. It's a lot of money. So I love y'all, man. Y'all be safe. We'll be back tomorrow. More content, man. They hand signs. They made it to YouTube.